Whew, early morning start. We are snowshoeing up to Artist Point right now for sunrise. We're running a little late. Reason I'm filming this on my cell phone. Sorry if it's shaky and weird. Anyway, I'll see you guys up top. Good morning, everyone. So, let's get, oh boy, oh. All right. As you can see here, we're on the top of a mountain. We are at Artist Point in Mount Baker, Washington. So, early call this morning, 3 a.m. wake up, drive a couple hours from Seattle, and here we are. Check this place out. Our goal was to get here for sunrise. We got here pretty much right at sunrise, and we have golden hour kind of kicking off right now. Light's still pretty good. As we were hiking up though, there was a little bit of pink and that really nice orange that looks great with all the mountains and stuff. But yeah, so we got Mount Baker, Mount Shuckson right there behind. Mount Baker's right behind me here. And we're gonna kind of look for another composition. I've shot a couple shots already. Sorry I didn't show you guys, so I was going through it, but I wanted to get something to take out of here while the light was good. So let's go find something, see what we can work with. I'd normally suggest show up to a location early, scout it, look for spots, take your time, but in this case it's somewhat rapid fire. So I'm just looking for, there's a lot of light coming in, very low, so on the wind lips and stuff like that and the fresh snow, it's creating a lot of shadows and cool textures. So I'm really just looking for leading lines in the foreground to take me straight to Mount Baker, and with the clearing in the trees. And it hasn't been too difficult so far. I found a nice squiggly little leading line here with this wind lip. I'm shooting at a portrait. It's gonna be 8x10 crop, so let's see how that goes. In the settings that I'm shooting right now, I'm shooting a 3-shot bracket. So the first one I'm starting at is 60th of a second, and I'm shooting at f11. I'm kind of just keeping it in infinity focus because my foreground isn't quite close enough to the lens to where I need to worry too much about that focus point. I have been taking a few where I do focus in on the foreground just to make sure, so when I get home, if I need to kind of blend that in to really sharpen up the image all the way through. So keep that in mind when you're shooting, you know, shots with a wide angle lens and you have a very close foreground and you want to keep that texture all the way through. If you remember that video that I made about focus stacking, if not, check that out. So I think as a landscape photographer, it's also important to carry a long lens with you. Even though we're in a huge panoramic type area and you just want to shoot wide angles and capture everything you can, bring a zoom lens. There's some texture in the snow out there, looks really good, so I'm zooming in. I'm shooting around 250 millimeters up to 300. There's some valley fog, so it's just important to also have something like that that gives you a little more reach and get the intimate shots. Alright, so almost to the top. We're gonna head all the way up to the very top over here. Looks like a good spot to have some coffee. So let's go. We've made it. We are up top. This looks like a prime place to make some coffee. Alright, what do you guys think? Should we set up coffee like right over here overlooking Mount Baker? Yeah, dude, let's make some coffee right here. This is sweet. Alright, I don't really know what to say. I don't really have any commentary for this. I just made some coffee and just enjoying the view of Mount Baker. This is my REI moment. I feel so REI right now. Is there like a burger stand around here or something? The light's pretty harsh right now. We're gonna head back down to the car. I'm sure we'll keep stopping along the way because it's just beautiful up here, but I know of myself, if I keep shooting, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of photos that I'm really not gonna be that into because I don't like shooting midday harsh light that much. But if there's some cool texture stuff, maybe I'll stop and do that. But other than that, got some decent shots this morning. Mostly this is like a scouting day, I guess, which is important. You need to do that. Definitely coming back, we need to time up sunrise a little bit better. Day is done, it's like 11 in the morning. This place, probably can't see, I'll show you some of it. The groups are just piling up, and luckily we had the whole place pretty much to ourselves this morning. I think one other shooter around, so any composition we wanted, it was wide open. And the snow, I was surprised too. I thought the snow would be all tracked out, which it's not. All right, cool. I'll see you guys in a bit. So it's a much different sight this morning than this morning. Look at all these people now. Packing out all, oh, what's up, dog?
405.
What's up, buddy?